G'day. The posterior chain, back body, your glutes, your deep spinal muscles can be one of the first things to switch off when doing heavy weights and other exercise. And when it does, your lower back carries all the load when it shouldn't. I'm Steph. I'm a clinical instructor with a diploma in injury prevention. In this playlist, you'll see real sessions on the mat and on the reformer, as well as other clinical apparatuses designed and dedicated to wake up the posterior chain and keep that lower back out of trouble. Whether you're recovering from an injury, dealing with a niggle, want to improve your mobility, walking, surfing, yoga, all the rest of it, this is the work that makes everything else function a little bit better. You may have found this at exactly the right moment. If it helps, pass it on. And of course, look through the other playlists. There is so much to explore in all different areas of the body. I hope you find what the body needs depending on where you're at in life and you keep showing up in your day-to-day. See you in there. Today I have Millie here. Hello. Millie's just about to go on a surf and yoga retreat in Bali. So she's transitioned from doing Pilates reformer classes into the clinical one-on-one. But we're also going to be doing the entire posterior today. So this is that first point of activation. I like to call it a bit of a foundation for your Pilates, and if you're nursing any lower back issues, any niggles in the lumbar spine, and how to get around that through different exercises. So I'm going to get Millie to just lay down on her belly. So kind of nice and comfy. If she's working really hard, you'll be able to hear her because she's mic'd up as well. You also hold on to the barrel or the floor, whatever's comfortable. We're just going to start with the right leg. We're just going to start to drive that heel up. Beautiful. And then lower down. Good. Keeping that foot nice and flexed. So just breathing. We're going to go for at least 8 to 10 reps in our low range, and then we want to be aiming for 12 to 15 reps in our high range. I'll start counting now. Just kidding. Good. We're going to start to lift and hold that right leg in 4. Good. In 3. In 2. In 1. Lift, hold, and squeeze. Any hands on assist, if you are a Pilates instructor, you can always place hands on the back just to let it simmer down. I can already feel her spine starting to activate and that glute. Awesome. Let's lift a little higher, bend at the knee, and then we want to pulse up for 5. We want to just try and get that glute activated as well as that core. So breathe into the belly button for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Good. Relax. You can shake it out. Just notice how that back is feeling. We are going to do that other side just for evenness. So when you're ready, lift that left leg up. Beautiful. And down. Well done. Really try and just connect your breath. A lot of our core, lumbar spine, glute activation, it all wraps into that trunk of our body. So every time we're squeezing, exhale, inhale, reset, exhale, lift. Good. You're going to hold it in 4, in 3, in 2, and 1. Let's go lift and hold and squeeze. Well done. Let's bend that knee and pulse up. Good. How's that lumbar spine?
All good.
Nice. When you can't feel it, that's a good indication that it's not activating. It's actually our muscles protecting that lower lumbar. In 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to try both legs. Are you ready, Millie?
Yeah.
You can hold onto the floor, hold onto the box. Let's try and lift both legs. Let's get that really nice lift and hold. Good. When we start to, less control, that's when the back can take over as well. So it's about that really fine balance with activating the glute and just relaxing this back, breathing in to squeeze. Good. We're going to hold and paddle those feet out into. Good. And 1. Let's go. Lift and paddle. If you want to challenge this movement, arms reach all the way up. Good. Keep swimming just like Dory once did. Well done. Breathe. What's activating for you?
Lower core and glutes.
Okay, awesome. That's perfect. That's exactly where we want it. If you don't have a foam barrel at home, because not everybody does, we will be doing this on the mat. For now, Millie's got 10, 9, I haven't forgot about you, don't worry. Here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Good. You can kind of push up on your feet and just take a nice down face dog on the box or the barrel. So we're going to do the same activation on the mat. You can also do this on a carpet. You can do this in your living room. You can do this in your bedroom. You can even do it on your bed for extra cushion. So laying flat down on your belly, I'll get your head up this end. Just shake out the feet. Your toes on the floor and just shake out the heels. Yeah, that's it. Automatically, if Millie's on a surfboard, you can unlock that lower back just by giving those heels a little bit of a wiggle. It's just letting the muscles know we don't need to be tightened right now. We're just relaxing before we activate. So we're going to do the same glute activation. It's a whole posterior activation. So this actually might start to activate those 2 muscles that run down our spine, which is really great for spinal health. More to come in that chapter. Feel free to go and check that one out also. So when you're ready, Millie, we're going to squeeze the feet together and lift them as high as you can. Good. And then lower down. Beautiful. And Millie can just rest into the hands. So if your head's to one side, you just want to straighten up that jaw, straighten up the chin, just protecting the spine. But we really want to think about pushing our 2 hip bones down into the mat. So if I've got 2 headlights on my hips, they're shining straight into the floor. How's this feeling on your back?
Yeah, all good.
Also, just to mention, Millie seeked out that clinical aspect because she could notice and feel sometimes in her heavier lifts and in her reformer classes, her lower back would take over. So she's really just educating herself on what exercises do that and how can we avoid it, and then how can we actually get the activation to draw into that right spot. Right spot being glutes, sit bones, and then core as well. This will get that whole posterior chain. You're going to keep those feet lifted in 3. Nice. In 2. Good. And 1. Just lifting this one. Can you reach your arms out in front of you for a superwoman, superman, superwoman? Breathe. We're laying on the belly. If you want to swim it out for the last 10, you can. Nice. Making her work for it here. This is just going to challenge that movement. It's going to get the circulation flowing in the body. Well done. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Push through the mat. Just sink the hips back, child's pose. Let's just get a nice stretch in that lumbar. Really well done on that one. We are about to head into some deep core activation. So just a disclaimer, if you're pregnant, leave this one out, please and thank you. Also, we're about to head back onto the barrel. So just breathe into the body. Let's find one more inhale. Nice. And then exhale. We're about to head into some deep core activation on the barrel and the mat again. If you don't have a barrel, same thing. You can use the floor or a couch or a stool. To make it more pleasant, you can just hold a pillow there. So what we're going to do is our toe taps on the barrel. Again, these can be done on the mat and on the reformer. You can touch base into that section if you want to activate the core in those modalities. Are we ready?
Yep.
Let's go. We're going to start to tap one toe at a time. Good. You can keep your arms there or hold them behind the head for a little more. Nice. And this is easy work for Millie. So we're going to start to go double toe taps. Let's go. Exhale. Inhale. She thought I was taking it easier on her today. Is it easy?
No, definitely not. It never is.
And where is activating at the moment for you?
The lower core and probably top of the hips.
Yeah, nice.
For me.
Good. Let's slow it down. Millie loves to go fast. Here for 5 more reps. 5. Here for 4. Beautiful. 3. Nice. 2. And 1. Good. Have a little rest. You can lay all the way down on this barrel. This head's going to go all the way down. Just have a nice relax, and we'll see you in the next video. When you're ready, we'll get our feet down this end, just sitting down on the mat. We're going to do a little bit of core activation just like we did on the barrel. So if you don't have a barrel or a piece of foam at home, you can always use a pillow. You can also just do this laying flat on the floor. So when you're ready, find your way down to the mat. You can do it gracefully, you can do it controlled. Beautiful. And then legs up to tabletop, bend these knees. Good. We're going to just take a few breathing exercises. So I want you to, if you can, watch the rib cage closely. If not, I want you to feel it in your own rib cage. So when you're ready, take a nice inhale in. Good, see the rib cage expand, and then exhale, try and compress rib cage to hip. Good, that's a core activation. Inhale. Good, exhale, flick the belly button away from the pant line. Super gentle, you got it, nice. Inhale, rib kind of flares, and then exhale, we draw it in. Obviously, we're making this really obvious today. When you're in class or in session, it's such an internal practice. Everyone is different. Good. On your next exhale, can we start to tap one toe and then inhale, lift. Good, exhale, tap. Beautiful. Combining breath and movement is that holistic part of Pilates. We're using diaphragm breath and we're using our core properly. Is there a chance for your low back to switch on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is?
My back will start to peel off the mat.
Yeah. And that's so common. We start to cope, we start to get a little bit relaxed in the posture, and I am adding lots of mayo on it here, but that's what tends to happen. When we're focusing on breath and drawing our rib cage to our hip and really flicking back that belly button, we are activating with more precision and more intention. More precise activation. How does it feel? You ready to do some doubles?
Yeah.
Let's go. Double trouble. Let's go. Tap those toes. Good. Inhale. Nice. Lift those arms up if you want to challenge that core. Good. So what we're doing here is we're challenging the core so much. I'm trying to get her to lift her lower back to show you guys, but we don't want to do this in Pilates. So this is the stuff we want to avoid, is lifting that low back, arching through the back. It puts too much pressure on her lower lumbar, which is those last L4, L5, especially if you're working with someone with bulging discs or you have slipped a disc yourself. We want to be nice, slow, controlled. When we focus on building that really strong powerhouse core, it allows for the body to stop compensating and the opposite muscle group, i.e. the back here, stops turning on instead. Last two. Good. Rib cage to hip. Good. Well done. Last one. Nice. Thanks for doing an extra hug those knees in. Good job. Have a little rest. We are about to head onto the reformer. Please don't stress if you don't have one. You can always go back to the mat exercises. So if you do have access to a reformer, there are a lot of places where you can just go in and utilize the reformer. Really great clinical and fitness exercise that you can really hone in on for your whole back body and your glutes as well as your spine. It's all tied in together. Amazing. Love the human body. So Millie's already in this posture. Anything chest over box just for comfort. And then we want to start to already lengthen through the spine. That's it, looking down at the headrest. We're going to go arms off the beam here and we're going to sweep it back. And then we're going to sweep the arms forward. Before we hit the stopper, we're going to go again. Good. We start to actually work into the shoulders as well. So that's another, I guess, subject and topic that we're going to cover in this comprehensive program. Shoulder stability, scapulation rotation, posture. This is a great exercise that you can open up with through all the different parts of the body. So the way I like to challenge this is squeezing the glutes here, lifting those legs and bringing those feet together. I always ask the $1 million question, how's that feeling in the back?
It's okay.
Can you feel it slightly?
I can slightly, yes.
Yeah, so where can you feel this one?
Glutes and a little bit of lower back.
That's it. So what we want to do is avoid that lower back. So I'm going to get you to take a little pause here on the next up and just place your hands on the beam. Just going to get something. It can be a blanket. It can be a nice little mat and just prop up the belly. And I'm just going to see if that just alters where our pelvis is sitting. A lot of our lumbar spine comes from that pelvic stability as well. So again, there's going to be a whole school on this, but this is the foundation that builds on all the other aspects of that clinical work. Let's go. Let's see if we can do 3 reps nice and strong. And then we're going to hold the third one back, arms behind. Good. Let's go. Hold and breathe. Good. Can we do tricep extension? So bend through the elbows, extend. Beautiful. Where do you feel it?
Mainly glutes, just glutes.
Awesome. That blanket or that little bit of height underneath the waistband can really help activate all the right places. So then we're working into the muscle groups that we want to. We're getting that really strong posterior chain all through the back. We're going to hold that tricep extension in 3 more reps, and then we're going to do a nice little flutter through the feet, just seeing if we can challenge that posterior a little more. Let's go. Flutter those legs on the next one. Good. Breathe. And because Millie's about to do a surf and yoga retreat, she's going to be doing this over and over again. If we can train the way that we want to move, that's just going to give us that real strong gateway into the movement that we want to do. Magic, right? Nice. Are we breathing?
Yes.
Having fun?
Yes.
Good. We're here for 10, 9, 8. This is in real time. You can squeeze those glutes a little bit more. Nice, Millie. For 4, 3, 2, and relax. Good work. You can just find your way to a seat on the box. It's always graceful. To a seat. We'll go feet on that headrest. Beautiful. Awesome. Thanks. Feel strong?
Yeah.
Good. We're going to do some toe taps with the reformer. You can do this facing front, side, other front, whatever you like. And get you to hold on to these just with straight arms. So we don't want to pull on the chains, we just want them to rest there. We're going to lift those legs one at a time. Beautiful. Core's going to turn on as soon as you lift your legs. So start to tie up the toes one at a time and breathe. Good. Nice. Because we're working on such a low spring as well, Millie's using her whole core here to move the legs. Your hips as well will get a nice little turn on through that mobility, but we're also strengthening our hip flexors as well. Good. How's it feeling?
All good.
Want to do doubles?
I guess, yes.
We just want 5. We just want 5. We're being super kind. Let's go 5 toe taps, double trouble for 5. Good. Think about flicking your belly button away from your pant line, looking good. Nice. Last 2. Good. Final 1. You can go 1 more. Good. That's it. Feet down. Just have a little rest. Nice. We're just going to, relax. If this session helped you or added to your already capable recovery regime, save it. Come back to it. And if you don't come back to this video, I will not take it personally because I'll sleep well knowing that this clinical movement helps you recover and will always allow you to tune into your body when you need it. That means I've done my job. That's what this is all about, making clinical Pilates accessible to you from your own home. Rehab isn't just a one and done session. It's showing up again and again until your body creates that awareness and those mind to muscle connections that can change everything, even the way we're feeling. That's the whole idea. If you know someone who's going through a similar journey, a slip disc, a post-surgical recovery, or even just a pain point that they keep talking about, please pass this on. Life does throw us left and right sometimes, and these sessions are here for them too. If this is the content you want to keep seeing, or if you're moving through something specific, drop it in the comments. Subscribe or head to the online community where live sessions and clinical advice can become unique to your circumstances. I'm Steph Kenny, a dedicated clinical Pilates instructor here to help you keep showing up in your body and in your day-to-day. Much love, and I'll see you in the next one.